What's up with it, my PA family? It's your boy LAPA coming through with another video. You guys already know what it is, man. So, as you can tell by the caption, that thumbnail, man, the good old onion, right? And Drex the joint. I want to do a video about this. It might be a brief one, but I kind of wanted to give a little bit of the history from my city, from Santa Ana, Orange County. And it may not be a complete one. I'm not an expert on it. So I'm just going to give a history, a vague, blurred history as I remember it. Because I never really got into Chicano rap like that deep. And it has definitely evolved. Definitely evolved from back then, from the 90s where I was growing up. Born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, banging late 90s, mid to late 90s into the early thousands. Then got stretched out, got out, and then now I'm a family man. But so back then, let me take you to the 90s. Obviously, the main ones that sorry, I don't want to say Kid Frost. I'm a Kid Frost, fucking what is that? What's this called? The mainstream ones were the mainstream ones, and then you had like the Lil Rob, Mr. Shadow. They were not necessarily mainstream yet, but they were out there from SD. SD was pretty much the only Little One, Little One, Shadow, Lil Rob. I don't know if it's the same everywhere. It was definitely the same for us in the city. We're really hard and very picky about homie rap. I always call it homie rap. And we used to clown on Lil Rob, Simon, like shit like that. We used to always clown, like, man, we had a high standard, I guess, as far as Chicano rap came, or as far as it went. The only one that I listened to was Little One shit here and there, and Shadow. Shadow, man, was ahead of his time. I still don't think there's anybody on the scene that could top him as far as I'm concerned. But then again, that was part of my generation. And obviously he's not from a city, but I'm just saying, like, my point, I say that to say, there wasn't no rappers from my city, there really wasn't. I even heard of some rappers from SD, from Logan Heights, and things like that. Now, the first memory, and please, my Santaneros, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to anybody else. If you guys have more intimate knowledge, hit me up in the comment section. Because I honestly never had my finger on the pulse when it came to if there's anything else that I missed. But when it comes to Orange County, Santana, them dudes from West Side Cartel, they're infamously known in my city, and not for a good thing. Not for a good thing. They were always the butt of a joke, to the point that, órale, West Side Cartel, te crees muy chido rapper. Like, we used to clown on them cats. You know what I'm saying? I think there was one dude, there was dudes from the Alley Boys, and who knows? You guys probably know, those of you who know probably know more than me. As far as the names and where the dudes were from, from what I heard, they were actually from neighborhoods. A good amount of them, which ended up going asshole backwards, and something about snitching, and I don't know what the fuck happened. But I did at the time. I just forgot, man. It's been a long ass time. But that was the only time where I've seen anybody from my city, you know what I'm saying, try to make it in the rap world that relatively made it. You know what I'm saying? It was known in the city. I mean, they weren't known in the city, and eventually they ended up getting sued, from what I heard. I don't know how true that is. They ended up getting sued by Dr. Dre, because they they pretty much used they sampled his beats without permission. So he got him with a copyright thing, I heard, hit him with the copyright lawsuit. So yeah, man, that's and obviously that type of rap right there is nothing like the type of rap today. That's something that I always wanted to do, and unfortunately, I got stretched out and ended up making a decision that altered my life, a necessary decision to alter my life, that pretty much keeps me from, being able to go to the studio, or you know what I'm saying, or rubbing shoulders with a certain type of people, actors, right? as far as for my hood and all that shit, like, man, there ain't no paperwork on me, and never will be, none of that bullshit. What happened to me was prison shit, prison politics. But anyways, let me get to Drex. Drex the joint. I first seen him maybe about a month ago, month and some change. I longer than that, almost like 2.5 months ago. Because I was unplugged for like about a month and some change. But I was gonna do a video about it back then, for those of you that remember me mentioning it. But I don't know how I stumbled on this kid, man. I think the water tower, the bounce out video, was the one that pretty much stood out to me, obviously because of the water tower. And for those of you guys that don't know, the water tower, I have it right here. I got it tatted right here. The water tower right there. That has always been a Logan thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the neighborhood that I grew up in, the neighborhood I was from. Now dudes, they get locked up, you know what I'm saying? Go upstate, whatever. They get it tatted to the point where, the homie's like, man, what you getting the water tower tatted on you, homie? That's Logan right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like that should be only a Logan thing. But other dudes like, nah, that's not a Logan thing, man. That's an Orange County thing. Like, man, that's a Logan thing, bro. Everybody knows that water tower, if you're in that water tower, you're in Water Logan. The oldest neighborhood, Santana. You guys already know. But anywho, this is not about gangs. I'm just saying. He did a video right there, and that's what stood out on the, I seen a YouTube video. So I pressed on it, and I really don't listen to homie rap. Like I tell you, like Rowdy Rax, Lefty Gunplay, all these new dudes that are coming up, I don't listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I just never been into it, So what piqued my interest was seeing the water tower. I'm like, wait a minute, is this dude from the area? Because you never know. So sure enough, from the area, I heard he was from JAR. I don't know what that stands for. Somebody told me on my live yesterday what it stood for. I already forgot. No disrespect. I don't know. Off the top, I know that's not like a historical barrio, but regardless of anything, I could care less whether they are or not. No disrespect. Like I said, I'm talking about the rapping side of it. So as far as how he raps, right? He kind of has to me, kind of like a E40 style. He raps and talks at the same time, but he's probably a little faster than E40, but he makes it work. You know what I'm saying? He makes it work. Dude's a youngster, man. He's a youngster. He's only 18 years old. I've seen him on a podcast with LA Icon, I believe. His family is from Guerrero and all that. I know the Robles is from they're from my neighborhood. They're from Cochos, man. They're Cochos. And that dude's dark skin like a motherfucker, bro. You're black Mexican. So I know. You know what I'm saying? I know that dude's Mexican like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if homeboys are related to to who I'm talking about. So yeah, man, I wasn't surprised to see him his estilo, Mexican style, things like that. And then I checked out one of his other videos, and from back then, from the West Side Cartel to now you have, I believe that he could get away with using the N-word in the songs slang-wise, not disrespect, no disrespectful meanings behind the N-word when he says it. Just in a rap song, I believe he could get away with it because he's dark skinned like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But hey, more power to him. I like his music. I don't really listen to these Chicano rappers or anything like that. A lot of, especially the ones that be saying the N-word a lot. But you know what? It doesn't mean their shit is no good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean the raps ain't good. So I'm happy for the cat, man. I'm happy for the cat, man. He's branched out. He's only been rapping since January, he said, and that podcast, which is pretty good. Now with YouTube and all these platforms, you could actually put your shit out there and get recognized by somebody, discovered by somebody, so to speak. And there's a big platform now, big industry now for homie rap that wasn't there back then. You know what I'm saying? And more power to them, man. Then I seen the Rowdy Rax. That's the first time I ever heard a Rowdy Rax verse. I forgot the name of the song. It's the newest one. You guys know what I'm talking about, for those of you that are familiar with this type of music. And I thought they did their thing. You know what I'm saying? He did good. Rowdy Rags, he shot that verse. It was cool. You know, different style from what I'm used to from back then. But, you know, shit evolves. I mean, things change, and you got to get with the times. And, you know, I suggest you guys check it out if you like that type of thing. I'm proud of the little homie, regardless of, I'll never get no love from him, but it's all good, man. It's all love. I've been through some shit. I got a daughter that's older than him. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing that video, him doing the video and the water tower and all that, man, much respect for that, because, you know, that's where I grew up. You know, that was my neighborhood since a little kid. That's where I grew up. I caught my case on Durant. You know, he did a little on the LA Icon video. He went over there to Durant in 15. That's where he was at. I legitimately caught my case. That shooting, when I shot that dude up, I caught it right there at the Taqueria Saguayo, right there on Durant, right before you hit 17th Street. You know, so, you know, it brought back memories and shit. At first I thought he was from that neighborhood right there, but then I seen him go to Anaheim by the boys. So I didn't know where he was from, and it turns out he's not from any of those neighborhoods. He was just doing his videos there. You know, he chose certain spots, which is all good. You know, it is what it is. Your homeboy's representing, and you know, my suggestion to him is just keep it clean. Don't get involved in BS. Don't get involved in the politics. And if you want to really be a rapper that blows up, my boy, don't know. You know, you're gonna be in a niche. You can't. Your fans. You may have fans that are non-active. You may have fans, of course, that are active. And if you make it big, bro, it's going to be hard for you to not pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, not to alienate a certain type of segment, you know what I'm saying. And I'm talking about if you want to, motherfuckers want to make it big and rap, you know what I'm saying. That's the number one thing in closing this video in the next couple of minutes, that it's never going to allow the camaradas, the homeboys, especially from the Sur down there, never really going to allow you to get to a level that unfortunately that you might be able to get to mainstream, because you're always going to have that entity behind the scenes that is going to be dictating your life, you know. And it's unfortunate that it's like that, but that's what it is, you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, can't nobody change it, you know. You got nothing but respect for it, whether you agree with it or not, but it's a reality, you know. You're only going to be able to make it to a certain point. That's why, like, the whole thing with Drex and that freaking J-Cat fucking Whack 100, he straight up told him, you know, he was disrespectful about it, of course. Everybody that remembers that back then, been over a year, I think now. Well, homeboy asked why he don't sign non Sureños or homies or whatnot. It's because of the politics, you know what I'm saying. And when you don't dictate your own life, there's no way that you could get into a contract, a music deal with somebody when they know that if your big homies say something, that's what you have to do, or else you're gonna end up like homeboy that died over there, and I think Soledad? Yeah, Soledad. My bad, I forgot his name, man. No disrespect to him and his family. I forgot his name. I'm not really into this type of shit. But he died, man. And that's because, you know, from what I hear, allegedly, he was going against the grain. That's it, man. That's what happens, bro. You know. So that's my advice to you, man. Take it a day at a time. Just be careful, man. Keep representing the city. I already know by your lyrics. Like I said, I'll get no love from you. It's all good. I don't need it. I don't want it. I just want to do a video on one of the first dudes that I seen from my city actually make it out there, you know, so far, and represent. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, youngster, and represent the city well. I'm outie. You guys be good.